everyone. Welcome to Chic Chat, the show about celebrity news, gossip, and all things trending. I'm your host, Kristen Briscoe, and I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts and closest friends. Hey, Tam, how are you?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Oh, good. And my other co-host, Nisi.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. Well, let's get into it. Kim and Kanye are going through a messy divorce, and honestly, they're my two least favorite celebrities, but I feel like everyone's gone through a messy breakup, so it's worth talking about, right? I mean, so about 2 weeks ago, Kanye took to Instagram saying, since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being on TikTok against my will. So first, I want to ask you ladies, how do we feel about Kanye taking to Instagram to discuss co-parenting? And also, how do we feel about Kim putting her daughter on TikTok? Because doesn't TikTok have an age restriction? So Tam, how do you feel?
Oh, so much there, so much to unpack there. So he's going on social media to complain about his kid being on social media. Meanwhile, he married the social media queen. I mean, you knew what you bought. You knew what you bought. So to double back and complain about it now, I think he's gonna have to take that carriage with the horse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, Kim's bread and butter is social media. I mean, she's
the whole family, so to have her sisters, the mother, they all got famous on social media. Then for you to be like, oh my goodness, you put my child on social media. And then also, how old is
she? North is 8 years old. Mm. Kim, I mean, the account is Kim and North, but I heard that North is like featured in the videos by herself. So I mean, would you let your 8-year-old on TikTok? I don't know.
I mean, what is she doing on TikTok? I mean, what is she displaying? I mean, she could be talking about school or becoming an entrepreneur. I mean, what is she actually showing on TikTok? Is it educational? What is it? Do you know?
I don't know what her. I'm not on TikTok. Maybe
I'm on TikTok.
Oh, okay. So do you know what
TikTok.
it is? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not on
TikTok. I see dogs on TikTok, cats on TikTok.
Yeah, so it all depends on what the content is. So if it's,
I don't have an issue with it. I think Kanye just wants something to talk about and complain about right now because he's hurt, and that's evidenced by, I'm sure, some of the other things you have, Kristen.
Yeah, Denise, what do you? Nisi, how do you feel about him taking the Instagram? He has 14.1 million followers on Instagram.
Well, he's saying this now because they're in a divorce. I mean, is she just now being on TikTok, or was she on there prior to their separating and now he has an issue with it now that they're no longer together? So he's making noise about it because he's upset about the breakup, possibly. So how long has the 8-year-old been on TikTok?
Since November. November is when the account was launched. So they've been going through this divorce for before the account was created. So
yeah, but I don't even think that should be an issue. And why is he putting that on social media is a little, I think, childish on his part, because he's just angry because Kim does not want him back, and there's a lot of issues going on with Kanye. I think she just got tired of dealing with it, so she just wanted to co-parent.
Part of me feels like Kim is a clout chaser, and she kind of got with Kanye because of the prestige of being with Kanye. Because I mean, he is a musical genius, but all of his antics the last couple of years have totally turned me off to his artistry because he's just wild. But I mean, so I but I'm a Libra, like Kim's a Libra, and when you're done with someone, it's like all the like feeling for them just like drains out of your body, and like you're done. Like I can tell she's done, you know.
But it looks like Kanye is exhausting to deal with, though. He looked like he, just absorbed all the energy from you. He looked like
I'm
he's
exhausted
like too
watching
much.
him.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks exhausting.
Yeah. Well, the latest news reported on Valentine's Day is that him and his rebound chick, Julia Fox, broke up, and he sent Kim a truck full of roses on Valentine's Day. Now, Julia Fox posted that she was not shedding any tears over the breakup with Kanye. And I mean, how do y'all feel about their relationship? I mean,
how long was it? How long? I mean, was it a relationship?
A few months.
So you can't even call that a relationship. It was anything under a year is not really a real relationship. They weren't even together long enough to really call it a relationship. I mean, it was whatever, a fling more than anything. It was just a quick fling that he will probably continue to have since he can't get Kim back. So it was just going to be a revolving door.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely was the rebound chick.
Yeah, she was a rebound chick. Yeah, so then you know that wasn't going to last.
Yeah, Tam, what do you think about the breakup? I mean, how would you feel if your guy you were dating was like posting all this crazy stuff on social media about your soon-to-be ex-wife? I mean, would that be a red flag, maybe?
Oh goodness, I'd have been gone. So I'm guessing that right now that she's gone, she's not thinking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, last weekend, Kanye took to Instagram and basically tagged Michael Che, the Saturday Night Live host, and said that he would pay Michael's salary, double Michael's SNL salary for him to not to have to look at Pete Davidson any longer. So Pete Davidson is dating Kim. And Michael responded, sorry, Ye, but I would never betray my friends for anything less than triple my salary. Full medical, full dental, 4 weeks vacation, corner office.
I love it.
But I mean, how do we feel about Kanye trying to get at Pete Davidson now that it's just so petty? I mean,
that's petty. That's just being childish, because that sounds like something you do in high school, really.
Really. And this is not the only person he's got at. He's coming at everybody that is acquainted or friends with Pete Davidson. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre at this point.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, as there have been talks that, obviously Kanye suffers from bipolar disorder, but he can't be that crazy because he's a billionaire. So I don't think we can constantly attribute all of his behavior to mental illness, because he must be doing something right. I mean,
well, okay. It's funny because Pete Davidson also deals with mental illness. And he had a really, funny note to Kanye saying, buddy, take your meds. If you need your meds, take your meds. So, I don't think we can attribute it all to mental illness, probably even not a huge portion of it. But we got unchecked mental illness. We got someone with way too much money. Because, I bet there's people out here every day writing notes to their exes, new boyfriends or girlfriends, but we don't see them because nobody cares.
Right.
Yeah. But I think he may be a little off his rocker, and he may need to get stabilized to address the stuff he's doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to me that now when a celebrity unfollows someone, that makes news now. Just
war.
I don't even know who follows me or when they follow me. I don't even pay attention to stuff like that. But people have a lot of time on their hands. Nisi, what do you think about him getting at Pete Davidson? Kim's
Again,
new
it's childish. And how long is that relationship even going to last between Pete and Kim? You know, how long is that even going to last? I mean, let's just see how far that goes. So he's making all this fuss over something that might not even go long term. So he's just, but basically right now he's just hurting, and he's just wants, you know, to get at him because he's upset. Kim's not going back to him, so he just trying to do anything that he can to make her miserable, which is, you know, childish.
Do we feel bad for her?
Feel bad for her?
For Kim in the way that Kanye is kind of punishing her for breaking up with him?
Rule. I don't feel bad for multimillionaires ever. So as a rule. So, Nisi, how do you feel? But
I just think Kim might be annoyed with it because, you know, he's on social media putting their business out there on social media. But again, she's on social media as well. So, you know, I don't think we should be putting so much energy on what they're doing because it's, you know, they're always going to be in the limelight. It's always going to be something going on, and they're going to just, you know, going to be endless relationships. So it's just, you know, it's gonna, something different and tomorrow's going to be something else. It's going to be a brand new story tomorrow. Now,
have any of you all, I mean, all three of us, we're not very active on social media, but have any of you all taken to social media to air out like your grievances or dirty laundry about a relationship or a significant other? I mean,
I'm not on social media. I'm not on any social media platform.
So
I have. Mm-hmm. And then I went to therapy because that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I'm not about it. I don't talk. I just try to keep social media for like my art, my dance, my acting, try to keep it as professional as possible. But I mean, I guess there's people out here making coin off of social media in their drama. So
because that's what people thrive off of that. People want the drama. So people love juicy gossip, Kanye West and his Kim and all of that. They live for that. You see how many followers he have and how many posts and all of that. So
yeah,
they love it.
And we're talking about it. So, and I really don't like her, but we're talking about it.
I like him less than her, actually. So I'm Team Kim on this one. But when I think about it, like what you said, and yeah, I've done that before. But when I think about it, I was young. It's like one of those things that if you do, you should grow up and grow out of it. But the fact that he's a 40-something plus year old man, it's like, come on, buddy.
Yeah,
it's time to, you know, it's a little bit of Arrested Development there.
And he doubled down because people were saying that his account had been hacked, and he was like, "No, I haven't been hacked. This is really me." But anyways, I mean, I'm sure there'll be, it seems like all the tweets and stuff happened over the weekend. So I'm not sure what's going on in Kanye's weekends where he takes the social media, but I'm sure this is just, will be an ongoing saga.
Ongoing.
Well, the latest thing he's trying to do is get at all of Pete Davidson's associates and say, you know, like, I'm not going to be friends with you if you're friends with Pete Davidson, which is really like third grade. So his latest, he wanted to get this chain made by, I guess, this jeweler named Ben Baller or something. And then Ben Baller said, you know, I'm not making your chain because of what you're doing with Pete Davidson. Like, I don't want to be in the middle of any of that. So now they're flipping it back on him, saying they're not, you know, willing to work with him or be friends with him if he doesn't stop his nonsense. But we'll see how far that goes.
He must just be beside himself.
When a millionaire can't get a chain, it's rough time.
Yeah.
Well, moving on. So Whoopi Goldberg was suspended from The View, but she's back after 2 weeks of being suspended. She got suspended because they were having a discussion about racism, and she basically said that the Holocaust isn't about race, and that was between two groups of white people, and that the Holocaust had nothing to do with race. So they suspended her. So, I mean, how do we feel? I mean, she apologized, but how do we feel about her comments in the fact that she was suspended, even though she apologized? Denise,
Well,
Nisi?
like she said, it was, they had a short window, that the time was ticking, and they was on a time frame, and they was just trying to get through the topics. She said what she said. She probably wasn't thinking. She said it, and probably after she thought about it, she probably said maybe that wasn't the best thing to say. But like she said, at that moment, that's what she said, and she could learn from it and move on. But I mean, basically, that was her opinion. So if that's how she felt about it, she shouldn't be reprimanded about it, because I didn't see what she said being so where she needed to be suspended for 2 weeks. It was just an opinion of hers. She didn't really say anything that was really against anyone. That's just how she felt, that it was between two races. So, but that's just my opinion,
Yeah, this show is just our opinions, right?
Yeah, I didn't feel as though it needed to go to that extent.
What about you, Tam?
I think that's stupid, because we literally got a show called The View. But she's giving her viewpoint. Now,
exactly.
I don't know if you guys have seen The View, but there's been a lot of bad viewpoints on there. There's been a little bit of low-key racism, some little dog whistling stuff that nobody ever calls out. But, it's I think four women now. Yeah, 4 women on there. So it's The View. We can get mad at it. We can disagree with it. We cannot agree with it, whatever. But no, I think it's too much, especially the people who are so upset about it, the group of people that are always saying, oh, cancel culture, get rid of cancel culture, get rid of this. And now what are they doing? Apparently that whole get rid of cancel culture doesn't apply to older Black women.
Yeah.
And I think that was way overboard.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
Her comments didn't seem to be malicious to me. It just seemed
not at all.
It
was just her opinion. Simple as that. It was this opinion that she had, and she just kept it moving. Simple as that. But to get suspended for 2 weeks.
Now, I don't agree with her opinion. She said I think she said you could call Hitler a lot of things, but you can't call him racist. And I was like, girl, what? Okay. So no, I don't agree, but I also don't agree with,
I guess she looked at Jewish as being a religion and not a race. But it was what Hitler did was a way of racial cleansing, is what he considered it. He considered the Jews to be an inferior race, right? I mean,
and she just saw it as two white groups. She just saw what she saw. They white. You got to think about the era that Whoopi is from. So she saw this white class. She's going on visually what she saw, and so she said these are just two white class having a clash. She didn't look at it as far as
two different cultures.
It's culture.
Yeah.
She just called it how she saw it. So I don't think, well, she was suspended. She's back on. She made her apologies, and but of course, you female or women of color, of course, we're going to be viewed differently, and we're going to, say whip's going to be at us for certain things that we say anyway. So it's just not, it's not going to be a fair, even board for us.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be fair.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan, clips of him using the N-word and calling Black people apes. And Spotify is standing by him saying they're not gonna censor their content and their
But I
hosts.
think they removed some of his content.
They did. But
They removed some of it, but he didn't get suspended.
no, he didn't. He didn't get
Yeah.
and actually another conservative platform offered him $100 million to do a show on their platform.
Right,
So,
I forgot what it was called, Rumble or something, I forgot the name.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
rewarded, right? I mean,
Yeah, so yeah. And yeah, but so yeah, he can get away with saying the N-word. And all she just said that she just saw it was just two different white groups going at it. So, okay, of course, he's a white male.
It comes
Black
down to money
female.
too.
Mhm.
Spotify is not trying to lose money behind getting rid of Joe Rogan.
But he doesn't want to leave Spotify. He doesn't want to leave them.
No.
He says they've been good to him, and he doesn't want to leave them.
Right, but they know they're not going to really lose money having him on. They'll probably lose more money kicking him off.
Mm-hmm.
So they're about money first.
I got a question for you, and this brings up an issue of when we figure out that an institution is siding with someone who is racist, are we going to not are we not going to support those platforms anymore? Like, people who have Spotify accounts, shouldn't they unsubscribe? I don't know how I feel about using Spotify anymore. How do you all feel about kind of like protesting certain organizations that support racist ideology by not giving them your money?
Well, what is his audience? Who is his audience? Race, age, who is his audience? The bulk of his audience is who? Do we know?
I'm assuming white men.
Oh, see, that's then, so
But
it's
I'm
gonna
saying
it's gonna keep flourishing because the different audience listen to certain things. So whatever his fan base is, they might not be African American, middle age or whatever. They might be, whatever. I don't even know how old the man is. So white men. I don't know.
Well,
So,
I guess
I don't know what his audience is.
I guess what I'm saying is I do have a Spotify account.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of like not going to use Spotify because I don't want to contribute to a company who promotes and stands by racist content. So,
see, I don't feel that way about Spotify, Instagram, any of it really, because I feel like, number one, the country we're in and the roots that it has, any big corporations at this point are, any big corporations are going to be run by the ruling class, and that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If I went down granular to that point where I would say, okay, I'm going to avoid any company that supports somebody that has racist ideals, or even if I got to the point where I said I want to avoid a company that supports, harm against people of color, or, we would be avoiding all companies, to be honest. We wouldn't be going to Walmart. We wouldn't be ordering Amazon. We wouldn't be eating chocolate. There's some little kids picking them little cocoa beans right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the way this country is set up, we will never avoid certain things. Mm-hmm. So there's I have a few things that I feel, really strongly about, but basically a Joe Rogan that's on an open platform saying the N-word, which we know he says every day at home anyway, that's not my main cause. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we got to pick and choose. And mm-hmm. If we don't, we'll be running ourselves raggedy, worrying about this all day long.
Yeah. Plus, Spotify doesn't have advertisers, so they're not, they don't have the same type of affiliations that ABC and The View, so I guess I can kind of understand why the repercussions are different on Spotify than they would be on ABC.
Okay, and what else is on Spotify besides him? I mean, what else? What is it? I don't know because I'm not.
Music, podcast.
Oh, podcast. Okay.
And music. People struggle.
So why do it? Because for one individual, when it showcased other things other than him, so you just don't listen to him.
Yeah.
So but if they have different platforms on there, you just continue on with the platforms that you enjoy on there.
Well, artist India Reed talked about how she was pulling her music from Spotify because first of all, Spotify doesn't really pay their artists all that much. And she didn't want to be associated or have her content on a platform as the same platform as Joe Rogan.
So. I mean, that's her right, and that's fair.
Yeah.
But me getting rid of all my playlists on Spotify would just be me letting the races ruin my day. So nope.
Yeah,
keeping my.
They're not going to lose no sleep over that. They're not going to.
No, I'm keeping my Spotify.
Boycotting them. They're not. They won't even see it. When you won't even put a dent in it. So.
Yeah. Well, one more topic. We're almost out of time. Sydney Carter, a former Texas A&M women's basketball player and current player development assistant recruiting coordinator, got dressed up courtside. They were honoring breast cancer awareness, so they were wearing pink, and she was wearing like tight pleather pink pants or whatever, and she was criticized for what she was wearing. Now, what do y'all think? Was what she had on inappropriate, or what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what was inappropriate about it. It was just like they were just pink light leggings. They're just pink. They were form fitting. How did they know if they were tight? I mean, how can they determine tight just the way they were fitting on her skin? But that doesn't mean they were tight, like she couldn't breathe or anything. She looked pretty comfortable to me in the pants and I didn't see anything wrong with the outfit. So that's just straight up racism right there. I didn't see anything wrong with her outfit at all. I was looking at the outfit. I was like perplexed, like what is wrong with this outfit?
Yeah.
I didn't even see the outfit, but I don't need to. They need to stop policing women's clothing.
Yeah.
Number one, especially Black women. Shapely women. Mm-hmm. Stop policing women's clothing. If a man can run out on that court with no shirt, gray sweatpants, swinging in the wind, no, leave her and her pants alone.
Yeah.
I was shocked that they made such a big deal of that outfit that she had on. I was like, it was just ridiculous. I couldn't believe it.
They love minding their business about what women wear. Leave us alone.
They were talking about her hair too, like because her braids were really long, and they were like, why do her braids need to be so long? And what if, this is not, I don't know. They were just going.
So what do they deem as being appropriate for a Black female? What is appropriate?
It's nothing's ever appropriate.
Nothing. It's nothing. Anything we do is going to be, they're going to find something wrong with it. So.
Yeah.
Just like they did Michelle Obama. She couldn't even wear sleeveless.
Oh, and I know. Yeah.
Like, what is wrong?
A group of men is going to have a problem.
Right. It's always going to be something. So just continue to be you, because they're always going to find something negative to say about the Black women. So
yeah.
You cover everything. You look matronly.
Right.
You wear it tight. You dress like a hoe. Like
can't win.
Bright colors.
Right. You can't win.
Ghetto,
it's a no win.
No braids, just afro. Remember Rush Limbaugh? He called them nappy headed hoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't win.
You can't
So at some
win.
point,
Can't
you
win.
got to stop worrying about it and just do you.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, ladies. This was fun. Our first episode of Chick Chat.